Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Conversation, and this movie is directed by Francis Ford Coppola, starring Gene Hackman, and this movie came out the same year as The Godfather Part 2, and I've never seen this movie before, and I had it on my watch list for a long time, but I never got around to seeing it, and it was on Netflix, so I was like, sweet, I'll take this opportunity to watch it, and I watched it, and I had a great time watching it. And I think what helped out my experience while watching this movie is that there was always something to chew on. I was really enjoying what was going on the surface and below the surface, like story-wise, and I love the characters in this movie. I think they're very interesting characters, and I like the idea of having our main character be someone who records other people's conversations and is going to sell it to someone for $15,000. I like the idea of his character being like kind of paranoid, and he doesn't really like other people talking or interrupting his work, and there are so many things to his character that make him interesting, and just that idea for the character just makes this story so compelling for me. And I thought the opening shot of this movie was clever and pretty great, and that's what I'm going to remember the most visually from this movie is just the opening shot. I think it's fantastic, and it's like pretty genius. Like, I can't really think of a better way that it could have been done. And I love the music for this movie. It's like piano, and I'm a big fan of piano music. I find it to be engaging and memorable under like two circumstances for sure. In film, if it's done well and like not generic piano music, and it sounds interesting and like something that I feel helps out the film, and also if it's used appropriately in the film, like not spammed to death and just overused to the point where it becomes annoying. Like, for me, that doesn't happen, and I think it's a very memorable theme that the movie has, and it helps out the film a lot, in my opinion. I thought the acting was great from Gene Hackman, and I thought he worked very well as the lead, and I think the only stuff I really know him for is Lex Luthor in Superman the movie. Like, he's great in that movie. I think he's really funny, and in this movie he really works, and he sells his character pretty well, and he has a lot to work with, and he pulls it off pretty well. And Harrison Ford is also in it, and I thought he did a really good job. I didn't find him distracting at all, and he fit the role pretty well. And this is one of those movies where the plot of the movie is something that I'm actually excited to see where it goes, and that's good in a movie like this, because if it's just the technical elements and the characters and the story is just nothing special, then this would still be a very good movie at the very least, or maybe just great, but I feel as though the plot and me being interested as to where it goes just helps it out just that extra for me, and that's why this movie works so well. Like, I'm always wanting to see what's going to happen next. Where's the next scene going to lead us? And this isn't a super fast-paced movie, but it doesn't feel like it's wasting any time, and even when it is kind of slow at parts, I feel as though it has a point to being slow, and it has things that it's trying to develop and get you into the characters, and there's a lot of characters in this movie, lots of side characters, and I feel as though the movie developed them very well. I got a feeling as to who each of them were, and they were fun to watch. And there are some surprises in this movie that actually worked for me. And my only issue with this movie would be there was just one dream sequence that I thought was unnecessary. And it does kind of summarize what's kind of going on in the main character's head, and you do learn a bit about the character, I guess. Mostly just one thing. Some people might argue that was necessary, and it really helped get you inside the main character's head, and I understand that. But for me personally, it wasn't really anything that we didn't know already. And that was just the one thing that I could say that you didn't need that, but I'm not saying that it hurt the movie at the same time, like too much. It was just something that was like not poorly executed, just unnecessary for me. But the movie, it does make up for that, especially in the third act. I think the third act of this movie for sure makes up for like any minor complaint that I would have with this movie, and I thought it was fantastic, and it tells me exactly what I would have wanted, and it's very satisfying for me. And overall, it's just a really, really great movie. So happy that I finally got around to seeing it, and I think I was like a bit more forgiving at some things, with it being kind of a slower paced movie after watching Lawrence of Arabia. I was like, I'm watching a movie that's under 2 hours. Like, this is a short movie in comparison. Definitely check this movie out. I think it's really great, and it's definitely one of my favorite Francis Ford Coppola movies. It's up there with Apocalypse Now and The Godfather. I don't know where I would rank it. They're at number 2 or number 3. Apocalypse Now being at number 1. But really fantastic movie. Check it out. And I don't have anything else to say about it, so just watch it. And with all that being said, I'm going to give The Conversation a 10 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of The Conversation, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for School of Rock. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.